Guitar playing to me is such a large part of my life. I mean, I can safely say that guitar, it's beyond just playing it. It's become a behavior of mine. It's something that helps define myself to myself. It gives me a real sort of foundation as to what I feel and believe that I'm put on this earth to do, which is to make music. And you know, the guitar is like the foundation of that. If I'm bummed out, I'll go to my guitar. Now, a lot of times when I'm like really stressed out or I'm dealing with anxiety, I'll just play till I just calm down. When I'm feeling like I have this feeling inside that just needs to get out, guitar helps that feeling. It's a creative tool, but on the other hand, it's also a rehabilitative, emotional, spiritual tool that I use as well, you know, to feed my inner self. My household, when I was growing up, ever since I could remember, ever since I was a toddler, there was always a radio going on. And a lot of that had to do with the fact that I had an older brother who was 11 years older than me. And so there was always music going on. When I was in 7th grade, a friend came over and said, "Look at this band, look how cool they are." And he showed me the album cover, and I was looking at it, and I thought, wow, what a strange looking band. What are they called? And my friend said, Kiss. I'm thinking, And so we put the album on, and all of a sudden, it was exactly what I wanted to hear, strangely enough. And this friend came over with other albums. We started listening to Kiss, Skinner, Thin Lizzy, ZZ Top. The very first guitar player to really have a huge impact on me was probably Jimi Hendrix. I think I was about 13 or 14 years old when I saw the documentary called, a film about Jimi Hendrix. It's the one where he's sitting on a stool playing a 12-string guitar. When I saw Hendrix up on the screen, I was just blown away because I was seeing a complete package. I was seeing a guy who could play guitar amazingly, who looked so different and so unique. He was just so much of a dynamic performer. It was everything, and it was everything that I wanted to be. And at one point I thought, this guy, he's the ultimate in guitar playing, and I want to be just like him. I want to play just as well as him. I wanted to be Jimi Hendrix. All the traditional guitar players up to that point were a huge influence on me too, Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, Jimmy Page, and then, American guitar players like Eddie Van Halen, Joe Perry and Brad Whitford, Pat Travers, Thin Lizzy, and then I discovered UFO. When I first heard UFO and first heard Michael Schenker, my whole attitude changed. And to this day, Michael Schenker and Jimi Hendrix are some of my main influences. My first decent guitar was a Fender Strat, and I routed out the pickup, put a humbucker in there because that's what everyone else was doing, right at the bridge position. After getting bored with that, I moved on to Gibson Flying V, which I still have. And then I realized I needed a second backup guitar. So I bought a Kramer, and this is when Floyd Roses had just come out. I go to a rehearsal, Exodus, start playing, go for the whammy bars, start doing this, and pop! And I go, dang, okay. What was that pack of strings? And I read it, and I go, okay, I'm not going to use those. Go to the store, buy a different pack of strings, play, rehearsal, use a whammy bar, pop! Look at the pack of strings, okay, I'm not going to use those. Third pack, third try, go to rehearsal, whammy bar, all right, it's all right. Check my tuning, it's staying in tune. Into rehearsal, I didn't break any strings. What was the name of that? Those strings? Ernie Ball Super Slinky. Okay, Ernie Ball Super Slinky, these are the ones we need. I was 18 years old. I started using Ernie Ball Super Slinkies because they didn't break. My attack is just heavy-handed. So I need strings that can take that heavy-handedness, stay in tune, and still sound clean and shimmering and shiny. The only strings I've ever found to do that were Ernie Balls. End of story. So what I use is the 3 top strings are from a 10 set, and then the bottom 3 strings are from a 48 set. And the reason for that is, as a lead guitar player, I need to be able to bend out the light strings. And if I have 11s on, I notice that over the course of a tour, my hand gets fatigued. But if I go to 10s, it's okay over the course of a tour. It's so bizarre. And it only took me 10 years to realize that. Obviously, the bass strings, I want a heavier gauge so that it sounds heavier, it sounds fuller when I play. You need a solid musical idea. And, the solid musical idea can come out of anywhere, anything. Now, that can come out of an acoustic guitar, it can come out of an electric guitar, it can come out of, me just messing around with a recorder, singing something into my phone. What I do is I ask myself, is this something that I'm going to be playing quietly or heavy? Tons of distortion or minimal distortion? Lead sound, rhythm sound, clean